are live. Good morning. Good morning. It's a nice little snowy morning today. Got the coffee flowing, ready to rip. Got my cat being an insane little bugger. But today we are going to react to a video, Exercise Scientist versus Navy SEAL. There's your training work by Mike Israetel. I figured we could get right into it with him being the fitness expert and all.
I'm Dr. Mike, and I don't know anything about warfare, but these guys do. This is Vernon, this is DJ, and they get people ready for their best shape ever in special operations, tactics, equipment, and physical fitness. And I'm going to take
These are like the top dogs here
to see how dog shit I am at this.
Oh God.
Thank God somebody defending America, not me. This shit is hard as
I wouldn't want to do it.
Every event here is based off of 3 tiers. What we're trying to do is develop a well-rounded tactical professional. We will have the first one, which is our minimum standards, what we think if you are on the SWAT team, military, things that you should absolutely be able to check the box on and hopefully be able to maintain those for as long as possible. And then we also want to constantly be pushing that needle a little bit further. So we're pushing that to our elite.
So I really feel like the standards for like normal law enforcement and things like that are just absolutely dog shit. They suck. Like you can be fucking 350 pounds and still have a job. It's actually insane. It's insane.
Which is our second level, and then what we would call our Be a Pro, which is what we are seeking here at the GBRS Performance Program, and what we're pushing for is constantly maintaining that Be a Pro status and being able to maintain that for as long as possible. When it comes to operators and guys that I've worked with, it's not just getting them into the game, it's keeping them in the game as long as possible and being able to maintain that.
Fuck, most people just want to be able to walk nowadays. Holy shit.
Load in, load in.
Dude.
All right.
So that was like...
What the fuck was that? That had to be a joke.
So the first test in our performance standards is a broad jump.
Okay.
The standard here is going for height, and then we're going +12 and +12 for Be a Pro. The whole point of this is covering ground horizontally,
No way.
accelerating with a good shin angle, sprinting, moving around a room, CQB, being dynamic, and also the mobility effect of landing in the hips, being able to land into our feet, maintain the arch of our foot. Just a good expression of power, and it's something that anyone can do. You don't need a vertex to check or something, just a horizontal expression of power.
Can I take a couple more?
Absolutely.
I used to be a jumper
Find some rhythm
in college, so
so
that is just painful to watch.
Throw your arms, place your feet. We do have to stick that landing so we can measure it, though.
There's an athleticism required.
Dude.
All right, big guy. Aggressive.
This is like the saddest shit I've ever seen.
Toes down, find your shit. Put your feet there, put your feet there. Better.
It's like the stiffest, least athletic thing I've ever seen.
It's just, the forward momentum keeps going, I guess.
Just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how jacked you are, you can still be the most unathletic person on planet Earth. It's crazy.
Big load.
There we go.
Bruh.
5-4. Big arm swing. Load. Hit.
Yeah.
9-4. DJ had a 9-4. Mike had a 5-4.
Big time.
I'll get that standard. Ooh, there you go.
Looks like he's gonna blow his knees out every time he hits the ground.
5'9".
Minimum standard.
That was a very unathletic 5'9", but I'll give it to you.
Very unathletic.
That's what I'm known for, baby.
5'9", nonetheless.
So Mike did hit it.
Barely. What we got here is for the trap bar deadlift, we're going to go for 5 reps. The minimum is 1.5 times our body weight for 5 reps. Elite's going to be 1.75 times our body weight for 5 reps. And then Be a Pro, which is what we're all aiming for here, is 2 times our body weight for 5 reps.
Like, how are you feeling about this one?
About this one? Not good, bro. You know what I'm saying? My attitude's like I'm still here, you feel me? But you know what I'm saying?
How do you not feel good about doing just deadlifts? It's crazy.
Two different things, dude. Two different things.
Set in, pull under, wedge yourself in, push. Push hips. Push hips.
Yeah.
It is a decent amount of weight,
Up hits.
but it does start elevated, which makes it a good amount easier. Plus, being a trap bar.
Mike looks pretty strong. How do you think he's going to fare on this one?
I do like the fact that they are using a trap bar, though. Puts you in more of a neutral position to actually do the lift. It's much easier on the back, at least for me.
I'm not too unconfident here. I think he might do well. This is enough traditional strength. We should be okay, but who knows? What's your body weight at, Mike?
About 240 on the scales.
Okay.
Damn. It's all real too. You know
Little
what I'm
chunker.
You said 240, so we're at 480.
saying? 360
Steroids are a hell of a drug.
minimum.
Minimum. Okay.
Stop and start, touch and go.
Yeah, touch and go. Try not to bounce just for safety reasons, but control it and back right back up.
Yeesh.
It's not rocket science.
There we go.
Oh. Hips.
There we go, Mike. There we go.
Swing in front of us.
Like, his shorts are so long, his arms are so big compared to his body. I don't even know. He looks like fucking Gumby or something. It's hard to put a word to it.
The brakes right when we get to a tall position right there. Brakes.
Yeah.
Good reps. So on the trap bar deadlift, DJ hit it for 2 times his body.
Homeboy needs some
5
shorter
reps,
shorts.
Executed him well. Could have went a little bit more, but we're going to save some
You
for the
feel
rest
me?
of the test. Mike, I think he hit 1.5 his body weight. I think he was around 360 with his current body weight with where he's at now. Honestly, a little bit better than I thought. So hopefully we can keep this going throughout the rest of the test.
That looked pretty easy.
It's weird. I haven't deadlifted in like maybe 8 years or something. That was a trip.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
No, I purposefully don't deadlift anymore.
Lower back injuries?
No, it's just for
better movements?
bodybuilding. It's the fatigue isn't worth it.
Yeah.
But if I could deadlift, I would do more. That's what I'm trying to say.
Still probably worth doing some
Plus
deadlifts every
excuses.
now and then.
Plus what I could have done on my best day.
That's something you got to do every week, but
Amen to that.
at least a few times a year. I don't know.
Next, we probably got the most traditional movement when it comes to the military training, a pull-up. The shoulder joint is a joint of punishment in the tactical population, whether it's come all the time we spend in the front.
Bro,
line
I
in this
fucking
position,
suck at
Holding
pull-ups.
something overhead, holding a dip bar, pull-up bar.
Tough.
So just being able to be functional overhead, good movement of the scaps, good grip, good forearm strength, all of those extended long
Maybe not
positions.
that bad, though.
Our
All
minimum
right, we'll
here
see.
is going to be 10 pull-ups. Elite's going to be 15, and Be a Pro is going to be 20. We're looking for eyes above the bar and a good descent all the way down to the bottom.
All right, DJ.
Nice stud. Here we go.
Homeboy just crushing these with that weight. Very impressive.
13, 14.
Sometimes you just got these little like twinks out there that weigh like 150 pounds. They're just out there like smashing pull-ups. But this dude's like 200 some plus.
15, good rhythm.
Very
16,
impressive.
17, 18, 19, oh boy. One more, why not? Call it there. 22. 22.
Get off me, coach. Is it okay if I go on the short person
Yeah,
area?
my friend.
Do you think?
Whatever you need.
I used to be
Give me
upset that I
uppies.
was not tall, but then I realized my dick is concomitantly short. So no big deal. It's all proportional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lats on this thing.
Three.
Here we go.
Four.
Here we go, Mike.
5,
There we go.
6,
Beautiful.
7,
That is one struggling meatball.
8, 9,
But he does weigh a lot still, too.
Get it?
10. Oh, here we go.
And there are full up and down pull-ups.
That was more than I thought.
None of that
Yeah.
cheating prison shit.
You don't do pull-ups often.
All the time.
Okay.
I do them
You don't do pull-ups often, do you? Every day, man. Every goddamn day. Huh.
more or less like that.
Yeah.
Like a 2-second eccentric and a dead hang.
Yeah.
It's all for aesthetics.
Which is important.
Huge.
I mean, aesthetics matter, like presence matters. When someone walks into a room, especially in tactical profession, like it'll de-escalate a situation when someone walks in a uniform and they look like they're capable of doing something.
That is so true. That is so true. I know a lot of people, I'm new here, but they don't know. I was a correction officer for the state for like 9 years. And one of the easiest ways just to like stop people from doing shit was to just look like you could do shit. You didn't want to look like a fat, small slob. You actually wanted to have a presence when you came in the room. And guys would respect that. And that itself would just stop shit from happening as it was. You'd be like, you look at them, they look at you, it'd be like, I don't wanna, but I will, and I could. And they'd be like, we know, CO, we know.
Versus someone that's not, and everyone's like, oh, I don't feel comfortable now. And we joke all the time, like, if there was a fire in my house and firefighters showed up and they were jacked, I'm like, yes, my dog's upstairs.
Yeah.
Versus someone that's like pulling up their pants and walking in the house, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, you won't want like some
for sure.
frail little pussy firefighter coming to your house to save you.
That dude pulling you over. License registration.
Yes, sir.
Like you don't have to be Ronnie Coleman, but I mean, you see some of these dudes. We got them in Virginia Beach. Like you see him on the side of the road, you know, pulling somebody over. I'm like, oh, you better hope you don't piss that dude off. Like he looks like the end goal.
Ronnie is on record saying he was looking to fight people as a cop, and it never happened. He said it never happened because every time he would show up, everyone's like, ah.
Yeah, who would fuck with Ronnie?
You see him? Like,
No way.
That dude.
Yeah. Just finished the pull-ups. Mike hit 10. That is our minimum.
He's like
there.
350 pounds
10 is,
lean.
Minimum for standard. 15's elite. 20's be a pro. DJ hit
Probably had a
22,
custom
had a couple in
fucking
the 10, but
uniform.
We still got bench press. We still got farmers carries. We still got a run ahead of us. Next, we're going with a farmer's weight carry for body weight. We're going for distance here. Not only is this loading our posture, our position, our grip, our stance, all the things we build on here at GBRS when it comes to building a good tactical profession, but also being able to carry that weight for a sustained distance. Often with operators or people that are in the tactical profession, you're not doing something fresh. We're doing something under fatigue. So being able to support that position for long durations of time. If we're carrying a gurney, carrying a body, carrying someone a long period of distance, for our minimum here, we're going.
It's one thing to carry weight when you're fresh. It's a totally another ball game to do it when you're already fatigued after doing a bunch of other stuff. So, props.
Going 175 feet at body weight, or elite is going to be 225, and then be a pro is going to be 250 for distance.
There is no technique. It's not a time base. Just pick that motherfucker up and walk as far.
That's a lot of weight to carry in each hand,
We'll
too.
see. The slower you walk,
Just the grip strength alone, you need to hold on to that
You
shit.
guys,
Is
same time.
pretty
So we can
impressive.
compare you two. Why not?
What?
Let's hit it. Safely up. Let's go. Lock it in, lock it in.
This is honestly something I would love to train more of.
Good strong posture, nice and tall, nice and tall. Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. Finish through, finish through. Good stuff, Mike. More, more, more.
Let's go, DJ.
Attaboy. Reset.
Boy, still crushing.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Most importantly, form didn't look too bad there. Stayed confident, stayed tall, no issues. Mike hit the standard, 175 feet body weight. DJ finished up a little bit further, be a pro. Now they have the great task of bringing them back.
Fuck that. Speed is the name of the game for that. Without buckling your knees, of course, but...
How are we holding up in this?
Alive, but barely. There's supposed to be a run outside for 800 meters. Now, around here in America, brother, we don't count in communist units. Well,
God bless the USA.
Pretty standard in selection is having a horizontal press. I think very common in military selections. Push-ups, very endurance focused, obviously horizontal pressing. We also want to be able to meet something, and we want to program a training standard that we can replicate in the gym. So we're not just training for a test, we're also doing something that we're doing 52 times a year. So we chose the bench press. proximal stability, really being able to match stability of the bench, press something away from us. That is combatives, being able to create tension, drive something away from us, that anterior power. We're going to go with body weight.
Faithful.
Our minimum's going to be 10 reps, elite's going to be 15, and be a pros, we're reaching for 20 reps in body weight. Good, call there.
Your chest should be super warmed up. Like, you got a chest workout.
Oh, you want excuses? You can't just do an excuse afterwards. Some motherfuckers think you're lying. So you do this shit before, and during, and after. So let's see. Before,
it's like an excuse sandwich.
I just had like a really, really hard life. You know,
I just had to take a
shit.
shit.
Around with this much fucking emotional pain like I do. I mean, I take that to everything.
I say that before I bench every time.
One
Actually,
more going. My elbow's fucked up. So
we'll see you later. Bench. Shoulder hurts. Had the shit. Ugh.
Let's go, DJ. Lock it in.
Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stay in that rhythm. 8, 9, 10. Meet the bar. Drive. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. More.
Let's go, DJ.
19.
Yeah, finish up.
20.
Yeah, one more.
21.
The grind.
Get another. Yep. Good.
Just showing off. Nice.
20.
Yeah.
What's that, big guy?
God damn.
What's that, sir?
Excuses, man. Excuses are like a currency, except I'm like Zimbabwe. I'm printing this shit all day, baby. Scott, what fraction of the day are we out here?
25-8.
25-8.
10 reps minimum, 15 elite?
No
20
way.
standard.
So, yeah, 3 or 4. Like, if I was really trying and shit, your boy just pulled the cork off, I bench like, I don't want to cut myself too much side, like 9,000.
I suck at benching. I'll be the first to admit that. I actually stopped doing that quite a while ago and switched over to dumbbells. I was also fucking my shoulders and stuff up for real. It's probably just doing it wrong, honestly, but never been a strong bencher. I got these big old, long-ass noodly arms.
How many reps? You can't count that high, can you, pimp?
Two.
Here we go.
We doing clusters, or you want to like?
No, I'm done.
Bruh.
Like, does it count if I do it in clusters?
No,
sir.
no.
All right. Now, as promised, excuse time. I already used a few, but I remember them. So new ones. My fucking...
Dog, you got like a fucking 6-inch range of motion because you're short arms.
Also, I just had surgery.
Don't want to hear it.
Leg drive. I can't use it. And to be honest, like, I'm just in a point, like, emotionally, where, like, my ego is, like, pretty good. I just, like, don't need a bench press anymore. So that's 3.
Feel you.
And a surprising turn of events. DJ hit 22, as expected, and Mike hit 2. So
what the fuck?
Didn't expect that. Expected a little bit more. Hands on a bar. But you know, we're here.
I don't know what's sadder so far, that or the broad jump.
Experiencing this together, and we're all having fun.
I think
we started
the bench so far, just because
operators.
That's something he should actually be
like
actively doing. A broad jump he doesn't do, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Hit that shit.
He presses all the time, so that's a little.
And mental health. Mental health's a big thing.
Yo,
now, man.
mental health awareness.
I'm
bro.
not trying to have you leave here with mental scar tissue that lasts forever. You know what I'm saying?
I already have that.
That lasts a lot longer than physical scar tissue. We want to leave you good pat on the butt, man. Have a good day. You know, send you home with some balloons.
The last time I had a pat on the butt and balloons were involved, it was a clown also, and my psychiatrist says I just keep bringing that up.
That's a weird prostate exam, but
it was highly effective.
For the next test, we wanted to go with a body weight standard for core. We tossed around a lot of ideas of sit-ups, hanging from a bar, heel clicks above. The Army did that quite a bit. So just trying to find an exercise that's familiar with the tactical population, that's something they can program on their own, that they can provide a progressive stimulus to with time or weight. So it just made sense. So we're not wrecking on the lower back with our hip flexors with the traditional tests of like sit-ups and flutter kicks. For here, the minimum is going to be 2 minutes. Elite's going to be 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, fucking all these places use sit-ups as a form of strength standard, and it just absolutely cooks your hip flexors. absolutely fries them and hardly even measures your core strength, especially after doing some sort of leg exercise that carries or runs. It's kind of silly. So this is good.
Be a pro is going to be 3 minutes is what we're aiming for.
Did you guys watch Happy Gilmore too?
I haven't yet.
I saw a guy watching it on the plane next to me. He was giggling his ass off.
Yeah, dude. So not as funny as it used to be because they've definitely cleaned up the language. It's more a family movie now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I mean, like they still have some, but it's not. It isn't Billy
Just a
Madison.
couple of boys hanging out.
What movie was it that I just saw that had like a warning before it?
And a what?
They had like a warning now for movies that from the 90s, like some of these jokes may be highly offensive. You're like, what?
2 minutes.
Gotta do it for both of us, man. Don't end up like me.
Rest, big guy. Easy. Mike hit 2 minutes, which is our standard. DJ went a little bit further. Be a pro 3 minutes. I thought that was going to happen. Ready?
Those are harder than you think.
Time starts.
I'd just be shaking. Oh my God.
Next, we got the 800-meter run. We wanted to have an aerobic event, more capacity focused. We spend a lot of time sprinting, whether it's short durations, those 40, 50, 60 intermediate sprints opening up to those 400 meters. We also want to have a capacity moment. So that's why we went an 800-meter run. It's also pretty standard with SWAT testing. Minimum standard.
800 meters gas you so hard. 400 gas me. I used to run the 400 and I would just like fall over when I fucking finished it.
Here's going to be 3 minutes and 15 seconds for 800 meters. Elite's going to be 3, and then Be a Pro is going to be anything under 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Really taking the slow and steady thing serious, huh?
This is fast for me.
He looks geriatric. That's still a big man running too. Weighs about as much.
Running against the wind. They were running against the wind. Scott, you're doing God's work. My shins are gone.
Wow. Pulled his calf.
His hat
Jesus.
makes him look like a fucking pioneer. That sort of hat, you'd think he'd be running a lot faster with as much wind he's getting on that thing. 5:30.
Look at his shoes. That's one of the reasons why his fucking shins want to explode. He's running in like fucking slip on with like, I don't even know. Those were zero padding. Not meant to be ran, and that's for sure.
For the left calf.
The other one.
Yep.
No fucking way.
30 feet. You see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
30 feet. I feel like my Achilles popped.
Shit. It's trippy. I'm
Yeah,
barely
yeah.
out of breath, but my calves are done. My shins are done.
I mean, just repetitive motion, repetitive force.
I
on the
just
ground.
don't ever run.
Yeah,
Luckily, the grappling and shit has my cardio okay,
yeah.
but my fucking legs are like,
Are you sure about that?
Sorry, let me do the racially appropriate thing my legs are feeling. Hi.
Just wrapped
Oy
up the
vey.
800 meter run. DJ ran it in 2:42, which is that Be a Pro level. Mike came in at a blistering 5 minutes and 30
Jesus
seconds.
Christ.
I mean, you should have seen the wind just blowing through his hair. It was amazing. But great test. Wrapped it up strong. A lot better than I thought it would be. But glad DJ wrapped it up, set the table, set the standard. Be a pro at everything. Mike, pretty consistent along the way. We knew the run was going to be a thing, but he's healthy, no injuries. Win.
So I've been thinking about this battery of tests you guys have kind of.
Look at his calves too. Look at the veins in those things. That's just insane. Can you imagine having the most veiny, strong-looking calves and you still are like the slowest man on earth? It's absolutely nuts.
From a sports science perspective, I think it's very innovative. I think it is very much the standard that you want to be shooting for, because a lot of standards are just carryover physical fitness standards from way back in the 60s or some shit.
Yeah.
Back when our understanding wasn't as specific to the task as it could have been. And so you get this 5-mile run and a bunch of push-ups, and that's cool. And that means you're generally in good shape. But a lot of the situations you run into in tactical pursuits, moving a heavy object out of the way, someone goes down, you have to fucking pick them up and run out with them, breaking doors down, putting hands on people, that limit strength, which is very well tested by the reps of bench, pull-ups and stuff, explosiveness with broad jump, athleticism with broad jump, which I illustrated, I think, excellently today myself.
At least he's self-aware.
So myself, and I just did. I gave myself permission to.
You did.
Definitely
So
self-aware,
I
which
think
is
it's
good.
just it's
I
excellent.
respect
You
that.
guys are in the space promoting a logical standard, and you guys all have the combat experience to go with it, which is, you know, because if I make believe some shit that even makes sense, no one's going to believe me as well. They shouldn't. Guys, GBRS is absolutely the gold standard. If you are in the coastal Virginia area, look them up. And a really good idea is find out where they live and just bust through the door in the middle of the night. They're never armed and they don't shoot on sight. You'll be fine. See you guys next time.
Interesting. Makes me want to dive and do those tests too, just to see where I'm at. I haven't done a broad jump in quite a bit. Maybe I'd snap my shit up just as hard. But I'm gonna go get some coffee and come back and watch some more videos. So BRB. Fancy look at this shit. Oh yeah.
Hello, my name is Jay Huang, Principal Artist and Design Lead for Housing Decoration on the World of Warcraft team. I'm here to guide you through creating your first home in World of Warcraft and answering common questions from the community. Getting into housing is fast. If you're an active or returning player, a quest will be pushed to you on login that leads you right into the housing tutorial experience. This in-game tutorial will teach you the basics of the housing system, show you around the neighborhood, and help answer some important questions. If you're a new player to WoW, you can get to your first house incredibly quickly. Create a new character and begin the Exile's Reach starting experience. As soon as you're done with the first few quests that introduce you to movement and basic combat, you'll be given the option to continue on to Exile's Reach or jump straight into housing. If for any reason you've lost the push quest, simply open up the housing dashboard, a new addition to the micro menu in the bottom right, to pick up where you left off. Alright, once you're in, you need to find your first neighborhood. Open the housing dashboard and click on the Open House Finder button to see.
Oops, had the mute on the whole time. So I am back. World of Warcraft, the housing comes out today. So we're going to watch a video about that. Housing 101, getting started. I'm pretty fucking excited. Let's get into it. Hype, hype, hype.
Hello, my name is Jay Huang, Principal Artist and Design Lead
What's
for
up,
Housing
Huang?
Decoration on the World of Warcraft team.
Wang?
I'm here to guide you through creating your first home in World of Warcraft and answering common questions from the community. Getting into housing is fast. If you're an active or returning player, a quest will be pushed to you on login that leads you right
so
into the
active,
housing
bro.
tutorial
I'm so
experience.
active.
This in-game tutorial will teach you the basics of the housing system, show you around the neighborhood, and help answer some important questions.
Important.
If you're a new player to WoW, you can get to your first house incredibly quickly. Create a new character and begin the Exile's Reach starting experience. As soon as you're done with the first few quests that introduce you to movement and basic combat, you'll be given the option to continue on to Exile's Reach or jump straight into housing. If for any reason you've lost the push quest, simply open up the housing dashboard, a new addition to the micro menu in the bottom right, to pick up where you left off. Alright, once you're in, you need to find your first neighborhood. Open the housing dashboard and click on the Open House Finder button to see a list.
This is gonna be insane. Like, yo! Look who it is! I know you. Cheers. I'm looking at all the houses right now. All the housing plots that are coming out today. It's gonna be crazy. Look at all these. There's like 50 of these things.
Of neighborhoods that you can join. A map of the neighborhood will be shown on the right with all of the potential plots and whether they are empty or purchased.
Very excited.
But don't worry, you're not stuck with the first neighborhood that you choose. You can move to a different neighborhood with an available plot at any time for free. Your house will be transported to this new location with all of its customizations in place. Now, if you're curious about where
that's good. That way I'm not stuck in one spot.
Search for them in the house.
Get bored. Gotta move.
Simply type their name in the upper left corner to find the neighborhoods where they have purchased their houses. Public neighborhoods are the most common type in WoW's housing system. They consist of 55 unique plots and are open to any player to join. Endeavors and other neighborhood maintenance tasks are handled by the game itself. If you're part of a guild, you can also join your guild's neighborhood. Residents in the neighborhood must be part of the guild, so if you leave the guild, you will need to relocate your house.
Join my hood.
Do you have a group of friends that want to join a private neighborhood together? Simply ask the neighborhood steward that you're interested
in the hood with the boys.
After creating a name, you'll need to gather 10 signatures from players to create your neighborhood. A permission system exists for charter neighborhoods to allow select members to control neighborhood settings such as membership, endeavors, and more. Similar to public neighborhoods, charter neighborhoods have a max limit of 55 plots. Both guild and charter neighborhoods require a minimum of 10 players to maintain. One of the most important decisions you can make is which plot you want in a given neighborhood.
That's gonna fuck me up.
Don't worry about picking the wrong one. You can always move your house later.
I'm gonna spend like 5 hours just finding where I want to put my first house.
A large selection of plots spread across different biomes, so you can find the one that is perfect for you. Some plots are near the center of town, close to the action.
I don't want to live in the fucking desert, though. That's
you can find plots closer near one another, or others that are more spread out. Spend some
Maybe the
time wandering
beach?
around the neighborhood and find the perfect spot for you. From the House Finder window, with the neighborhood selected, you can see which plots in the neighborhood have already been purchased and which are still available. Select an open plot and click the Visit button to teleport to the plot and take a look around. When you visit a plot like this, it will reserve the spot for you for 5 minutes. But if you don't love it, wander around the neighborhood to find a perfect spot for your new home. When you're ready
Perfect
to claim
plot.
an open plot,
PP.
click the cornerstone and
I
then
look
the
for my
buy button.
PP.
If you found the perfect plot for your new home,
I will
and it's
show you
already
my
taken,
PP.
You can always find a different neighborhood that has that plot open and purchase your house there. We want to make sure that you could interact with the system as quickly as possible, so your initial house is very cheap to purchase. To help new players along, we waived the fee for your initial home. We also did not want to lock
that's
you into a
nice.
location due to its price, so moving your house to a new location is free. If you only play on one faction, whether that be Horde or Alliance, you can still purchase a home in the opposite faction's neighborhood. The easiest way to do this
Good.
is to create a new character on that faction, let's say Horde, and go through the initial boat experience on Exile's Reach.
One
Once
for each
that
of my
Horde character
boys.
purchases their home in Razorwind Shores, then your characters from both factions can visit and decorate it.
I think the orc houses don't look nearly as good as the human ones,
Okay,
though.
so you've picked your plot, bought your house, and you're ready to get decorating. To get
not the
inside
vibe.
your new home, simply click the front door. You'll be brought inside a new home that is a blank canvas for your vision. In the housing dashboard,
More of a
you
log
also
cabin
have
kind
the
of
option
guy
to teleport
than a
back
zug
to your
zug.
plot. Once you're inside, a menu will appear at the top of your screen to start customizing your home. The large Edit House button will start you in decor mode with the house chest open on the left side of your screen. This window is where you can see all of the decor that you have available to place within and outside of your home. Everything is categorized into groups on the left side, but you can also search and filter results to help you find exactly what you're looking for. The number shown for each piece of decor is how many you currently have available to be placed. More information about that specific decor can be found in the tooltip. Let's place a piece of decor. Left-click the decor that
place
you
it.
want from the house chest and move it into the room. A list of
Ooh, I
hotkeys
like the
will appear
lighting.
on the right side of the screen to show you how to rotate, show or hide the grid, and other functionalities while you're placing the decor. Each piece of decor that you place takes up some of the maximum place decor budget for your house, indicated in the top right of your screen. You can see how much of this budget each item takes in the tooltip shown in the house chest, and the overall budget maximum can be increased by leveling up your house. More on that later. Now let's
Leveling
take a
up my
look at the button
house?
at the bottom of your
What the
screen.
hell?
The first button is Decor Mode. This is the basic editing mode that allows you to quickly
More about the
place decor
castle.
and block out your house. You have a few options above it: snap to grid and enable clipping that can be toggled on and off to make placing decor easier. Advanced mode is where the system really takes
Jesus.
off with unrivaled controls that are extremely easy to use. There are options to move and rotate your item using 3D controls.
I am
as
going
well
to
as
go
scaling slider to make your
so
item bigger or
crazy
smaller.
with
You can
this.
even break some of the rules from decor mode, like placing items in midair instead of being locked to surfaces. This mode is where you can make some truly magical designs happen. Customize mode enables you to change up the look of certain items. While in this mode, when you click on an item that can be dyed, it will bring up a dye menu. Certain decor will allow you to change the color of parts of the item by using dyes, which can be acquired through a crafting system and consumed on use. Customize mode allows you to change the styling of your floors, walls, and ceilings. When you first get started, you'll have a single room, but by using Edit Floor Plan mode, you can add rooms and floors to grow your home, using the house chests and connection nodes on existing rooms to expand your layout. Much like decor, there is a room placement budget
This is
indicated
so
in the
hype.
upper right
I am
corner.
so excited. Holy shit.
Each room takes up a specified amount of budget, but it can be increased by leveling up your house. Want to throw a house party? You
Hell
absolutely
yeah.
can. Each house has a set of permissions that allow other players access to your plot or house interior.
Place to watch the
separately.
game for me and the
If you want to
boys.
visit someone else's place,
Let's
simply
go.
right-click on their name in the party frame, guild list, or friends list, and there will be an option to teleport to their home. You'll be able
Hop
to jump
in.
straight into
Hopefully
designing
this
the
isn't a
interior
bad
and exterior of
time.
your house with the starter pack of decor items provided to you after obtaining your home. It includes over 60 items that provide a good sampling of decor to get you started. From there, decor can be earned by purchasing from vendors and the auction house, completing quests, unlocking achievements.
I better get so much stuff when I log in. I've been playing the game for like freaking decades now. Absolutely insane. I should get loaded with all my achievements.
Earning reputation and renown, defeating raid
Mhm.
and dungeon bosses, crafting with
Gonna have to
professions,
resub.
and after midnight launches through neighborhood endeavors and midnight delves. Leveling up your house over time has several benefits, including increasing your room placement and place decor budgets. Initially, you can level up your home through neighborhood favor by collecting decor that is uncommon quality and higher. After the launch of Midnight,
Giving favors out in the
Endeavors will be
neighborhood.
another avenue
You know what I'm
to
saying?
revamp your home.
You know what I'm saying? A little favor in the alley.
The exterior of your house can be customized as well.
Yeah.
Simply walk onto your plot, click Edit House, and then select the Edit
Thought I'd
House
give out some
exterior button in the
favors.
bottom menu. You will enter a new view where you can rotate around the exterior of your house. Several options are available for you to select on the right side, customizing wall and roof styles as well as color. Fixture points appear around your home that, when clicked on, give you a variety of options to add, such as windows, chimneys, and towers. You can move the entrance to your home to a spot you prefer.
Big window guy.
You can also
Big
move
window
where
guy.
your home is positioned on your plot using the Decorate mode. Decorating your yard is just as easy as customizing the interior of your home. When you're on your plot and in Decorate mode, your house chest will appear on the left side and give you all the options at your disposal using the same controls that we used previously. Oh, and one last thing. If your account lapses, your house will stay in its current location. Once a long enough time has passed, your house will go into storage, which will free up that plot in the neighborhood. But once you resubscribed, you can drop your house back onto a new plot with all the customizations and progress intact. And there you have it. We hope this video helps you along in your first leap into housing in World of Warcraft. If you want to jump into this feature as soon as possible, everyone who has
My body is so
pre-purchased
ready.
will get immediate access with the release of our next content update, The Warning. We are so excited for everyone to truly come home for the first time in World of Warcraft and can't wait to see what you're going to create.
Bring me home, Daddy. Bring me home. Bruh.
What's the difference between these three physiques? It's the shoulders, right? This person
Now we're gonna learn how to get huge ass boulder shoulders with the one and only Jeff Nipples. What he's got here? How I blew up my shoulders. Do these 7 things. Let's find out.
What's the difference between these three physiques? It's the shoulders, right? This person has underdeveloped delts. This person has well-developed delts. And this person has 3D delts. And in this video,
Bro's got
I'm gonna show you
3D
7
delts.
shoulder training tips for 3D delts. So we'll start with a few tips that are a bit more common, and then as we go,
The delt
they'll get
iceberg?
more obscure. So I'd say most of you have tried the first tip before.
Is it that
but I bet
serious?
less than 1% of you know about the 7th tip. Of course, these things that I'm going
I
to
don't
show you
know.
aren't as important as simply training hard and being consistent. But they are
Yep.
techniques that I use in my own training, and most of them have at least some scientific support, which I'll highlight as we go. All right, the first tip
My
is
favorite
to take your
technique is
traps out. This might sound
steroids.
obvious, but if your traps are taking over on your shoulder movements, your delts could be getting robbed of precious tension. Now, you'll hear some coaches say that since most guys want bigger traps anyway, getting some crossover work isn't actually a bad thing. And the argument goes, as long as you go to failure, your delts will grow,
Wide
even if your traps
shoulders.
help out. There's some truth to that, but I do think that for some trainees, their delts go nearly silent if the traps take over. And in my coaching experience, a lot of female trainees want to avoid growing their traps, so this will help with that. Over the years, I found one cue to be most effective.
Love me a girl
in
with some
helping people
fat
use
ass
their side
traps.
delts
Yep.
over their traps. Here it is. Picture that you have this long shovel and you're scooping sand out to the side. This will force you to keep your shoulders down and sweep the weight out using your side delts rather than shrugging it up using your traps. To be sure though, I went to the gym and I asked random people to try out 2 different cues. For the first cue, I just told them to just get the weight up. Use whatever muscles you need to use to move the weight. I
Toss
just want
that
you to
shit.
focus on
Oh.
getting the weight up. So use whatever muscles you need to move the weight. Perfect.
I'm already thinking too much.
Good. It looks nice. For the second cue, I told them to think about keeping their shoulders down and sweeping the weight out like you've got this long shovel and you're scooping sand out to the side.
It makes it like infinitely harder to do the exercise.
It makes it way
to do
harder,
that.
right? Did you notice any difference in like how it felt?
Harder.
It was harder
More
the second one?
difficult, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting, hey?
I felt it a lot more on the second one. Like I could feel tension more
Yeah.
on the way up when I'm like
Yeah.
down at the bottom.
Good, because
Yeah.
You really got to
this
lighten the weights
motion
up
Yeah.
if
will
you do it
take
that
your
way,
traps out
which
from
is
the
fine.
beginning, and then yes, as you start to get through the range of motion, they have to
What's
come
up,
in
asshat?
because your scapulae have to rotate.
Yeah.
But if you can initiate this way,
Get some
I
3D
feel like
delts,
you can
bud.
turn the side delts on faster. Now, this is obviously not a scientific survey, but every single person I showed this to said they felt more side delt activation when they focused on scooping the weight out rather than just lifting the weight up. The second tip is to train your shoulders more often.
Big
According
scooper.
to this poll of my audience, most of you train your shoulders twice per week. 24% of you hit them just once a week, but here's the crazy part. Only 11% of you hit them 3 times per week, and just 4% more than that. That's
Hit shoulders 4 times a week?
I think that's a mistake
What the
if
hell?
you're trying to maximize their growth. Here's why. The amount of truly effective volume that you can do for a single
just seems
muscle
way too
in a
much.
single workout is lower than most people think. It probably starts to cap out at around 6, maybe 8 sets in a workout. In other words, after you've done 6 to 8 sets for your shoulders in a single workout, doing more than that probably isn't doing much, if anything. A recent meta-analysis from this year suggests that the cap could be as high as 11 sets per muscle per workout, but once you get above 6 or so, the returns are greatly diminishing anyway. Because of this, the best way to get in more effective shoulder work isn't to throw more sets on top of the workouts you already do. It's to hit them more often. Rather than cramming the volume onto just 1 or 2 days, spread it out across 3 or 4 days.
Bro, who's got time to do shoulders 4 times a week?
Sets of dumbbell lateral
Holy
raises
shit.
After every single workout, 5 days a week. I think that made a difference.
What the hell?
But what about recovery? Well, this is anecdotal, but from my coaching experience,
They recover
your
pretty
shoulders
quick.
do recover pretty quickly. They almost never get sore. Like, do you remember the last time your shoulders actually got sore? And in my coaching experience, they can tolerate quite a beating. My shoulders
can. I feel like it'd be easy to overtrain them, though. Hurt yourself.
So even if you hit them hard with 3 to 6 sets on one day, you should feel ready to hit them again within 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
Especially if you're focusing on isolation exercises like lateral raises and rear delt flies. And if you want to pause and screenshot, this is how I'd set up a higher frequency shoulder plan, which borrows from my new Min-Max program. Okay, tip 3 is to get a brutally strong shoulder press. For me, that's this machine shoulder press, but it can be any vertical press that you can overload. Machine, dumbbell, or barbell. Load it up with a weight that you can do for 5 or 6 reps and add a little weight each week. Stick with that for a year.
How are you going to do all that shoulder volume and then also hit
haven't gained some
chest?
serious shoulder mass? Come back to this video, take your leg back, and swap it for a dislike. You've earned it. The reason why this works is simple. As you progressively lift more and more weight on the shoulder press, you're increasing the mechanical tension that your delts experience. Mechanical tension is the main driver of hypertrophy. It isn't that strength directly causes more size, but they are linked. If your delts are getting stronger on the same exercise with the same reps and the same form, you have, in all likelihood, added new contractile tissue to be able to produce that extra force. Now, you'll often hear that you don't need a vertical press because they only hit your front delts, and your front delts already get all the work that they need on horizontal presses. And yes, your front delts do get a lot of work on horizontal presses, but your side delts are a lot more active on vertical presses than people realize. In fact, I tested this out for myself with EMG, and I actually saw more side delt activation than front delt activation.
I thought EMG
on this
wasn't
machine shoulder press.
really that
And
valid.
as we'll see when we get to tip 6, since you can only add weight to lateral raises for so long,
Who knows?
having a strength-focused shoulder press makes sure that you keep progress moving. Okay, tip number 4 is to bring your waist down. And it's funny because out of every tip on this list, this is the one I think most people will skip, but it's also the one that'll have the
Gotta get
biggest
that
impact on how
V-taper.
3D your shoulders look by far. Here I am at 20% body fat, and here I am at 9% body
Just
fat
me on the internet
after
looking at
using the
shirtless
Smart Nutrition
dudes.
App macro factor for my cut.
Hell
My
yeah.
shoulders are definitely broader and rounder at 9%.
I'm
because
not.
My waist is smaller, and there's less
Get
body
'em?
fat around my deltoid muscle. The cuts are deeper, there's more separation between the heads, and that creates the illusion of a more 3D look. Honestly,
no Josh Allen,
ignore
though.
every other tip in this video and just get leaner while training your shoulders hard, and they'll look so much more 3D. So if you need a little help with your nutrition, you can try out Macro Factor for 2 weeks for free at the first link in the description box below, and I'll have a little more info about that at the end.
No way, dog.
The 5th tip is to
Not for me.
lift through a variety of muscle lengths. Real quick to get everyone on the same page. A muscle is shortened during the contracted half of the range of motion, and a muscle is lengthened during the stretched aspect of the range of motion. That's because the muscle gets longer as you stretch it and shorter as you contract it. So the deltoid is shortened from here to here and lengthened from here to here. But here's the thing. For the front delts, when most people do shoulder presses, they go from here to here and back to here.
Poor range of motion.
Pretty short range of motion. For the side delts, most people do lateral raises from here to here and back to here. There's some length here at the bottom.
Gonna
but
bring them
peak
up a little
tension
bit.
doesn't hit until
of
the
that
delts are pretty
natural
short.
plane.
And for the rear delts, it might be worst of all. Instead of going from here to here and back to here, most people just go from here to here and back to here. That's a lot of short length emphasis. But longer length training really seems to have benefits. These 3 studies showed between
Ooh, I should do some
130
Bills
and
highlights.
190% more growth.
I don't know
when trained
if
at
I
a
want to get
longer
pissed this
muscle length.
morning or not, though.
Quads, biceps, and calves, respectively.
I know
For
it's
the delts,
highlights, but
there's only one 8-week study that kind of looked at different muscle lengths, and it compared the dumbbell lateral
PTSD.
raise to the cable lateral raise. Dumbbell laterals provide more tension.
I'll have to
when
turn
the
this
delt is
coffee into a
short.
beer.
Cable laterals provide more tension when the delt is long. And based on prior research, the authors hypothesized that cables would result in more growth.
Beers are
They offer more
anabolic too. In
lengthened
case
tension.
nobody knew that.
But there was actually no difference. Both cables and dumbbells grew the shoulders about the same. That's why I think, as the research stands, you should include both short length and long length exercises. But since most people overemphasize short length delt training, here's the fix to balance things out. On your shoulder presses, go deeper. Don't stop once your arms hit parallel. Sink your arms as low as they can comfortably go. On lateral raises, use a cable and stretch it across your body rather than stopping at your side. So sweep it across your body like this, and the range of motion here, rather than stopping at your side. In fact, they actually did stop at their side in that 8-week study, which I think might be the reason why they didn't find a difference with dumbbells. One of the potential advantages of using cables is that
Keeps
you
the tension
can
the whole
increase
way.
the reduction range of motion and sweep the cable across your body while keeping tension. You can't do that with standing dumbbells. Or you could try cross-body cable Y raises.
Cables are
I love
goated.
these, and they offer about as big of a
So
range
good.
of motion as you're gonna get for your side delts, from fully lengthened to fully shortened. If you don't have cables, lie back on a 20-degree incline bench and do cross-body Y raises with a dumbbell. For rear
That
delts,
shit's crazy.
just make sure you're crossing your arms over across your body and sweeping the weight back until you feel a nice rear delt squeeze, whether you do that with cables, dumbbells, or a machine. Okay, tip number 6 is to pick the right progression scheme for the right exercise. We all know that progressive overload is
I
the
need a
key to keeping the
tracksuit.
muscle growing.
That'd be
You
real
need to add
official.
a little more stress to the muscle each week over time. If you keep using
Look
the
like a
same
Russian
weight, the same
mobster
reps,
at the
week
gym.
in and week
Oh,
out,
yeah.
the muscle has no reason to keep growing. But there is a slight problem with progressing on shoulder exercises. Isolation movements like lateral raises are really hard to overload. If you start with 15s and just add 5 pounds each week, by week 8, you'd be up to 50-pound laterals. That's simply not realistic,
Oh, yeah.
even if you get some serious cheating going. So you need to make sure
Everyone's
that your
seen that guy
progression
at the gym
scheme
before.
actually matches the
Throwing up
exercise
like
that you're doing.
30s for lat
For a heavy
raises.
shoulder press, use a simple linear progression. Add 5 or
You
10
complete
pounds
nut.
each week at a fixed rep count of 5 or 6 reps. Every 4 to 8 weeks or so, do a deload week where you drop the weight back a bit and don't go quite as hard. For isolation exercises like lateral raises and rear delt flies, that linear progression won't work because you'll quickly max out how much weight you can add. So instead, use something called a double progression. In this case, you pick a rep range rather than a rep target. Let's say 10 to 12 reps. Start in week 1 with a weight that you know you can do for 10 reps and hit failure, or get close to it. The next week, do that same weight, but this time for 11 reps. Then the next week, 12 reps. Once you hit the top end of that rep range, add some weight and go back to 10 reps again. The next week, at the new weight, add 1 rep again, and so on and so on. And if you're doing 3 sets, you don't need to add a rep to all 3 sets, just 1 rep.
Isn't this just progressive overload? Or am I missing something here? Or is it got a new name? Double progression, isolation.
Rep to 1 set is enough to keep progression moving, especially as you get more advanced. But eventually, you won't even be able to add 1 rep to 1 set without your form breaking down. At that point, here's the fix. Rotate in a new exercise and start your progression over. If you were doing dumbbells, switch to cables and run a new double progression there. Once you max out what you can do on cables, switch to a machine and run a new double progression there. You'd be surprised just how much of a difference actually having a planned progression scheme that you actually track and stick to makes over time. Okay, we've gone through keeping your traps out, increasing frequency, getting a brutally strong shoulder press, bringing your waist down, including some longer muscle lengths, and picking the right progression. At the very bottom of the iceberg, we have the 7th tip, which is to target all heads of the delts. This anatomy research took 60 cadavers, dissected them, and found
We got these 60 dead guys jacked using these 3 easy tips.
instead of the commonly known anterior, lateral, and posterior heads, there are actually 7 intramuscular segments to the deltoid, each with its own separate tendon. What we think of as the posterior head actually branches into 3 separate tendons. The middle head has just 1 tendon, and the front head also branches into 3 separate tendons. So each of these 7 segments has a slightly different function. So instead of your usual front, side, and rear raises, add in some movements for the planes in between. To bias the fibers of the A2 and A3 segments, I do.
Yo, I'm going in
dumbbell
between
raises.
these planes. I'm fucking phasing.
Y,
I'm
they'll
fucking
place the
phasing
path of
reality,
resistance
dude.
directly in line with those in between fibers. For the P1 and P2 segments, try a movement like the 45-degree cable rear delt pull. Stretch your arm across your body at around a 45-degree angle and sweep the weight down and back, almost like you're pulling out an arrow.
Need a wizard to open up some planes for me.
To use for a bow and arrow. As a ball and socket joint, your shoulder has a massive amount of freedom of movement in all 3 dimensions. So if you're trying to build some 3D delts, make sure you're training them in all 3 dimensions. Okay, huge announcement before we go. The MacroFactor Workouts app is launching in January 2026. Most people just pick a weight at random and go for however many reps are in their program. This can work for a while, but eventually you just spin your wheels.
Hell yeah.
Doing the same weight and the same reps week after week and month
Random
after month.
weight, throw it up, baby.
Progress.
Let's go.
Actually, tracking your workouts makes a massive difference. And I promise you, MacroFactor Workouts is going to be the very best app for doing that. There'll be a massive discount to the workout app for current users of MacroFactor. Like
Yo,
a
be a
huge
Giga
discount.
Chad.
So
Pull up
if you
the
haven't already,
notepad on
get
your
started with
phone and just
MacroFactor
write it
today.
in
You
there.
can get a 2-week
Save
free
yourself some
trial
money.
using code Jeff to see if you like it first. And then if you do, you'll already be a member for when the workout app launches.
That's
And
how the
yes,
OGs
two
do
apps
it.
sync together. It also
Pen
isn't
and
just
paper.
for tracking. Just like the nutrition app, it'll use science-based algorithms to update your program over time, just like a coach would. It'll have more analytics and detailed feedback than any other app on the market. And if you're a current user of my programs, yes, there will be a way to load those within the app. So click the first link in the description box down below to get started with MacroFactor.
Jeff has a
or you can scan
square-ass
this QR
head.
code over here next to my head. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys all here in the next one.
Do you have any idea what Warhammer 40k is? Its popularity has been exploding, with big-time YouTubers now making long-format.
Ooh, that might be something to watch. Oh, God. Kill me. Oh. I'm going to take a piss. Yo, check this shit out. Watch this. We're back, baby. Get in the focus. Focus in. Focus in. The fuck? Hello? Alright. I'm so jazzed up on coffee right now. Fucking jazzed up on coffee right now. How's the sound, Heather? Does it sound all right? Is it loud enough this time? Miss Lily. Nice. You want to learn about Warhammer? You want to learn how to get into some Warhammer? Do you? Hell yeah. The Emperor. The goddamn Emperor. The Emperor. Imperium of mankind.
Do you have any idea what Warhammer 40k is? Its popularity
Dudes
has
in
been
war.
exploding, with big-time
Dudes in war.
YouTubers now making long-format videos about it.
Over the last couple of
Things
years,
that make me go, hell yeah.
e-girls have gotten a hold of it. So how can you join in on the hype?
Well, the very first thing to understand
Fucking
is that
e-girls.
all of these people are dumb, idiot liars and tourists, and they don't understand anything. If you really want to understand Warhammer 40k, you must turn instead to wiser, more experienced, seasoned veterans of the world.
Wise sages who are old enough to remember being called names for bringing their Warhammer books to school.
Now, let us begin your journey.
It's never a
Follow
Warhammer
the
Amy.
12 essential cinematics
Warhammer
any
Andy.
true Warhammer 40k fan must watch.
We're an authority on this subject because we ourselves make the most potent and engaging Warhammer adjacent content you've ever seen in your life. Like any young man who gets into Warhammer,
Rogue Trader was pretty fucking good, though. That's like the first one I played. Really good. A lot of reading, though.
Had a sage older man guide me through the experience, and he told me under no circumstances was I allowed to tell anyone about it. He made it very clear that if I spoke up at school, there would be repercussions. I wish I was joking. That's how, like, looked down upon it was to, like, Warhammer when we were young kiddlywinks.
No!
Fuck, dude, I was in the Pokemon, World of Warcraft.
This was the opening cinematic whenever you launched Dawn of War 1, and this was actually before YouTube was prolific enough as a little kid to even be aware of it. This cinematic blew my little dick off, and then I would
Been there, buddy.
play the cinematic by relaunching the game over and over again.
This cinematic was monumental in getting a ton of people into Warhammer, but if you were into Warhammer before this ever came out, as a kid you always fucking dreamed of, like, this is what it would look like. You're reading your gay little books, you're playing with your gay little figurines, and you're like, dude, like, this is dark. This changed the whole fucking game, because as soon as it came in, you were like,
I don't play with gay little things.
What I've been imagining this whole time, you know, when I'm like, I'm gonna move my guys 6 inches and they're gonna attack your guys. That's
Excuse me, I think I might move my troops, my Space Marines over here now.
what was being imagined as a kid. Warhammer fans are so starved of good content now, being as popular as it is. Imagine back then. This was like crack.
It was the only game in town, you know?
Yeah.
At this level.
And what about it though makes it so like good? Because we're just saying it's the fucking best, but like why? Why does it represent Warhammer so well? A charge uphill that makes no sense. 10 out of 10 Warhammer bullshit. You've got like a dug in position and these guys favor close combat and are gonna run down the hill at you, so you run up the hill at them to meet them. 10 out of 10. So stupid.
Everyone's favorite part's always when the Dreadnought steps out with the assault cannon.
And it's got the like stupid.
Hell yeah.
You're like, yes! Kill them!
You don't even finish the cinematic, you restart your game from there.
Oh, Dreadnoughts are fucking tight.
Oh my god, you're fucking Dreadnought.
The build up, you're like, what's this guy doing? Where's he going? And then it's all about this like pointless flag plant.
Oh, the Bado.
It's just about his fucking honor.
It's his glory.
The Emperor wanted that hill.
He's showboating, because then
he's
all
doing
the
it for the
other
Emperor.
They're gonna find him. He knows
They're gonna
that.
be like, dude.
Duh.
It captures so much of just the microcosm of like what makes this world cool with the fights and the different races.
And also, the orcs in this are so accurate to the models, and yet they somehow don't look too stupid.
Yeah,
which,
it's a good touch, good balance.
when they attempt to make them look like the models, it usually usually ruins the cinematic. But for some reason, the orcs looking just like the stupid 2000s range of orcs didn't bother me at all.
The way they build tension and momentum is so good. And like there's comedy beats, like when the orc is behind the hill and he does the thing and then like all of the other ones come up behind him. It's like good visual storytelling. And the fact that Warhammer like skin on top, like chef's kiss. Things that I don't like about it, Space Marines would not go down that easy, dude. Dude, they would not like go down from one orc. I want it to be lore accurate, you know? I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, definitely one of the greatest ever.
It still holds up. It's still fucking fun to watch. Love it.
The Dawn of War 3 trailer. Not to be confused with the Dawn of War 2 trailer.
Which is good, but not good enough to make the list.
We'll talk about it later.
Dawn of War 3 trailer was made by an artist, like an actual artist, is the takeaway I get from it. Tagline of the series is, in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. And this is like the perfect microcosm of that. It's like abstract. It's got like layers. It's fucking infused with so much Basinski, which is a famous artist who had this like...
The hell? How the fuck do you say any of that? My God.
Horrible, kind of dark, grim, almost ethereal world that just suits like the tone of Warhammer so well.
Basinski was a major aesthetic influence. That's just obvious, especially in the early 40k art and designs.
All the buildings with the different kind of like holes and what's that term, like trypophobia?
Trypophobia.
Giving you this unsettling feeling, this like alien otherness to it.
Yeah, the Howling Banshee fortress that they come out of.
It's like, it's unsettling. It captures that alienness so well of the universe. Basinski always used to do these weird little T crosses that just look fucking sick. They look brutal, and it's got those layered everywhere. Even just the metaphorical structure of it is so appealing to me. They're looking up
the
at
art
this
is sick.
statue of the God Emperor that like crumbles, and they're kind of like having to stalwartly stay in their little like religious pose whilst the rocks come.
Maelstrom.
Fucking.
Bruh.
It's amazing. We can't release this too close to the video where I talked about Hassan's rippling abs because there's way too many breadcrumbs being laid right now. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Even the fact that the 3 pillars
the dog
are
shocker
like falling
faction.
bodies, bro.
Sick.
Fucking sick.
So sick.
Endless war. That's what that means, bro. And again, it's got that escalation of Dawn of War 1, but even better. You go from like ground troops to like walkers to what, a Titan?
Imperial Knight chainsawing through it.
And then the little space marine like bearing his chainsaws to like, bro, I mean, fuck. And he dies with a smile on his face.
As
Metal
any
as
good
fuck,
man
dude.
should. Hell yeah.
The space marine's proportions.
Yes.
I don't like them.
Oh my God.
Worst part about it, they're all like weird and spindle. They kind of remind me of how I used to draw them in our old webcomic. Just kind of like weird and long.
Yeah, Space Marines are supposed to be tanks.
Solid and thick.
Yeah, like a walking tank, like thick. But in this,
Thick
they're
boys.
Kind of like, yeah,
We
they're
want
a
the
little bit
thick boys,
skinny, a bit
yeah.
slender, which just kind of fucks it up for me.
Just
Make
a
'em
very
thick.
odd artistic choice.
Or don't make
Everything
them at
else was
all.
so on point.
The music's really good too. The narration, just some ethereal British woman accent overlaying it.
Evil British woman.
Just evil sorceress from the Isles.
I shall have no remorse.
I mean, what can you say? Like, beautiful. I'm
That
gonna
smirk.
say another 9 out of 10, and maybe that's gonna be
That's
top of
me
this
after
video,
eating
but that's
3
why this
Big
is a
Macs.
fucking definitive list, and anyone who disagrees is retarded. Space Hulk, 1993.
I actually don't even know what the fuck this is.
It's cinema.
Tom insisted on this being on the list, but we were infants when this came out, so.
It's kino. It's cinema. It's film.
Oh! Yeah!
That's it.
Alright.
What do you mean that's it? The fuck do you mean that's it? I think it speaks for itself, but Don, why don't you tell me why it's on the tier list?
So, let's see, we got American accents.
No, that's a
love that.
distraction. That's why it's not a 10 out of 10.
Dark Angels.
To the left. Overwatch.
I don't know if I'm just a sucker for that kind of old school thing, but it's got the sick like banners, which I feel like you don't see that much, especially that like older Warhammer style, like bright medieval standard.
We kind of lost those.
Yeah, right. Which just sucks. I mean, if only there was a series that kept those.
They kind of kept all that cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
we love.
who could ever say?
Yeah.
But it shows the darkness of the universe. It's like a little, got some horror motifs. It's got that fucking cool
Like
steam
Alien.
coming out, like, it's like industrial. There's like action. I don't know. I fucking love it. The art is sick.
Spooky
They
as
look how
hell.
they're supposed to. Like, yeah, it's 16-bit, whatever it is, but that's charming to me. Like the soundtrack too. Like, I'm like,
The action scene reminded me of like a Newgrounds like sprite animation.
is this objectively an unmissable Warhammer cinematic? Yes. So I don't know why you're being such a bitch about it, dude. It's fucking sick.
What's like the historical significance of it? Was this the first of its kind? Like, why is it so nostalgic?
I don't know, but I love it.
Okay.
The American accents do hurt it. And the guy like, die!
Hey! What do you mean? American accents hurt it. Because we sound like chuds? You're right.
Die, Xenos! Ignore that one if you want.
Die,
I think
Xenos.
it's a solid 7. It's the only 7 that will be on this list. Mark of Chaos. Oh, is that the Warhammer Fantasy one? Let's save that. That's like an honorary because it's not 40k.
12 essential cinematics. 12 essential cinematics.
Hell yeah.
Hell's Reach Part 1. So this was a fan animated portion of the official audiobook, which I think was written by Aaron Dembski
By our
Bowden.
boy Aaron Dembski Bowden.
I remember when this came out, this like blew everybody away. He made it in 3D, rotoscoped the charcoal look
Oh, really?
on every single frame, and it took fucking forever. It's what gave it that like very, very unique, memorable, like amazing. I'd liken it to like the visual version of Bleach, you know what I mean?
My ashes will be scattered over the priceless earth of this accursed world.
Dude, I'm fired up. I'm fucking ready to go. This was made by Richard Boylan, who I think went on to make some official content for Warhammer Plus, so good for him. I feel like it's the perfect encapsulation of what a Space Marine is. You get this conflicted nature, like bound by duty and all these other kind of strong emotions,
Dude
but
stuff.
ultimately like this psychotic warrior who's
Bound by
embracing death.
duty.
He does so much with so little. Like the way the Aquila wings of the emblem of the Imperium, like that eagle, become angel wings for the Space Marines, which are known as like the Angels of Death.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Fucking
badass, not
nerds
gonna lie.
come shit, fart, and piss all at once.
The audiobook that it's based on, they go to this planet called Armageddon, a desert planet, you know? And the black and white creates this sense of heat. It's like an overexposed camera because it's too bright outside. And then obviously it's about
It's like
Black
getting
Templars
flashbang when you
whose
step
chapter
outside when
colors
it's
are black and white.
really
Oh,
snowy
fuck
and
yeah.
sunny.
And it also has like a vibe of like memory. It kind of has like this weird like
This did Don in. It was so deep and complex. It was such an exquisite piece of art. The Don's mind is unraveling before us.
it feels otherworldly and abstract in the way a memory does versus just straight footage of a thing happening. All the pieces just lend themselves and come together in this really like perfect way.
They're in the 41st millennium, but despite having all of this technology and all of this stuff, it's kind of this universe shrouded in
I like the
mystique and
chairs.
mystery
I
and
need one of
ritual
those.
and like religiosity. And to your point, making it feel like fragmented and like ink and paper and all of these historical things, it really makes that evocative and come out.
Probably be an 8 out of 10. If
It's
you thought
definitely
of it
no. It's definitely it's definitely neck and neck with 1993 Space Hulk.
This coffee and
But it
Warhammer's
edges
got me
slightly.
sweating.
Fine, I'll be the bigger man and admit it. Space Marine 1 opening title sequence.
It's literally just comms readout on like a sci-fi screen describing the situation on a planet that's getting attacked by aliens.
The fact that it has zero
Xeno
like,
scum.
real animation and it's nothing but like text on a screen with some like simple visuals, to me is actually what makes it so masterful. I feel like it does such a good job showcasing the intensity and mystery of this universe and like the stakes. It makes you ask questions. You're like, wait, what the fuck is going on? What if we like do exterminate? And you're like, that sounds fucking intense. It's just got all of these like
Wish my first
really
name was
sick,
Exterminatus.
brutal Warhammer
Maybe I'd get some
concepts
respect
baked
around
into
here.
just this short thing. they finally figure out like the solution, which is like call the Space Marines. You're so amped up from all of these threats and these guys are the solution, it instantly makes you go like, well, who the fuck must these guys be? I fucking love it.
Yeah, he does a great job of building up the weight of these concepts to people that won't know what they are.
It's visually really fucking cool. You can tell it's in space and it's in the future and all of this shit, but you're looking at what looks like a CRT monitor, which like is a perfect encapsulation of technology in the 40k universe. Advanced, but shit. I know Star Wars got kind of a bit of that clunky thing, but nothing like Warhammer where it's like giant shit, slow pieces of crap that somehow still blow up planets. The Death Star is like sleek and circular. In Warhammer, it would be a brick and they would
slow
fly
piece of
into the
crap.
planet. Yeah, I think this is like the perfect intro to like this game.
People are gonna think we're out of our fucking minds.
No, they're not.
The Space Hawk 1 and the 3 minutes of looking at a computer screen.
Fuck them. We know more. We're better.
That's what we're saying.
I'm gonna say 8 out of
I
10.
don't know shit.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I do not know shit about Warhammer.
Have to include Astartes.
Astartes is
I mean,
a
like,
fan
the
animation
surface.
by Sayama.
I'm like right here. Like here's the iceberg. I'm like way up here. I don't know anything about this really.
Peterson. One man made the single greatest Warhammer piece of art ever, except like John Blanche's paintings of the Emperor and the Black Templars. Apart from those, this is it. Like, everyone's seen it, everyone knows it. I feel like it broke open Warhammer for more people than most things. I don't feel like anyone else has ever captured the way that Space Marines are supposed to move, fight, and engage like more than him.
Or even look, like translated to a believable 3D image, you know what I mean? He kind of like refined the design of the armor in a way that was still faithful to what the design was supposed to be, but
Does
looked
look
like
good.
it could actually work, like actually move without, you know, armor plates flipping through other
like,
pieces.
field of vision. You turn to your left and there's just a pauldron in front of your face. The way
Can't see
you
shit.
make Space Marines
Shoulders
feel
too big.
like agile tanks. The ruthlessness and efficiency of how they fight, like the way that they work as a squad and interact. It is what 40k should be. It's very Basinski.
But with that reference, like you can tell, this is a fan of fans of 40k, like truly understands deeply what makes it so special and unique.
Showing the expansiveness of the universe, because like in Warhammer there's, let's say 10, I know it's whatever the number is, main alien races that you see all the time. He showed none of them and showed like his own creation, but it fits so perfectly in the world. And that's kind of Warhammer at its best, is endless horizons, endless enemies, endless this, you know. The whole thing was just a masterclass, man.
The battle
Almost
never
no
ends.
dialogue, like fuck. If you show anyone one Warhammer thing to get them interested, show them this, because it's the single best piece of Warhammer art ever made, and probably like just my favorite piece of media in existence.
Yeah, you had said nothing gets you excited anymore at all. Like
Dude,
this is-
after Astartes. Bad points of Astartes.
Nothing.
Okay, moving on. This is the trailer for the upcoming Astartes sequel by Warhammer Games Workshop. It looks just fucking sick as the first one. I mean, what he's so good at is taking whatever concept.
Fucking
within
bots,
Warhammer,
get outta here.
Even if it's like potentially silly, making it fucking sick. Like Chaos Marines can be kind of stupid. They're like Space Marines with spikes, you know? They're like, yeah, we're evil. And you're kind of like, okay.
Oh yeah.
They're like, we're going to put your head on a pike and mount it on our armor. Or like summon demons. But like you watch how they look in his thing and it looks like grounded and like warped and grotesque.
It's his biggest strength is being able to take these kind of cartoonish concepts, make them believable while also being totally faithful to what they're supposed to look
I do
like.
kind of like the
I
over-exaggerated
remember a quote in one of the
designs, though, as
Chaos
well.
books where it's like, let no good deed go unpunished. Let no evil deed go unrewarded. And I was just like, ugh. Ugh. He would take that and somehow make it sick. That's his strength. Even, like the orcs in this, part of what's so charming about them is they can be very silly and like cartoonish, but he makes them look scary. He's just such a fucking master, dude. It's one of those guys who you hate because you're like, I'm never gonna be that good.
The shot of the Predator tanks, that tracking shot, you know, and just how he makes them feel like real tanks, like heavy.
Yeah, they do feel like real tanks.
Because they don't have like a big excessive like, you know, it's just like a yeah, it's just very very realistic sound design and weight, everything about it. is a master.
Did you clock in the background?
I wanted realism. I just
the
watched.
Emperor Forgets.
Sick.
Fucking
so sick.
real.
So in Warhammer,
tanks
there's like
blowing
this
shit
common
up.
catchphrase used all the time, and it's the Emperor protects. The Empire people, they're like turbo fascists. The Emperor Forgets being
Heresy.
written on the wall behind it just tells such a story
Emperor
of like
protects,
a
brother.
repressed people rebelling.
Emperor
The
protects.
attention to detail to make these
He
worlds
protect.
feel lived in and like there's
He
real
attack, he
people in
protect.
them, and it's not just this like silly high fantasy thing. It's like grounded and cool.
Yeah, that he can make the Space Marines have like those little cape things, and that not just seem so fucking stupid. You know, like it should
Those
be.
drippy out cape boys.
It should be so stupid, but it looks so sick.
It's gonna be incredible, I already know. Those are our cinematics that you have to watch. They are the pinnacle of 40k media. But we do have some honorable mentions.
Up first, the Horus Heresy trailer that came out a couple years ago.
There's a couple shots that just feel like a real $100 million kind of movie thing, or just they just feel hot
These are sick.
and teeming. You know,
The 3D model of Horus himself walking around and the way he
just
moves
looks
and the
insane.
action is awesome. And I wasn't initially into his voice acting, but I think by the end it had me.
You betrayed me. You betrayed us all.
I hate his voice in this.
I like it by the end.
Well, fuck. How do we pass this? There's now there's disagreements. Maybe, and this is why it's not
Fight.
like this
Because we can't agree.
it doesn't deserve.
It does not deserve to be in the main list. My biggest issue with it is because this is ultimately an ad to sell Horus Heresy models, the Space Marines just look like the fucking models. The models are meant to look like what Space Marines looked like in the 90s and early 2000s. So they have this kind of like excessively squat look to them with huge fucking heads, which is fine if it's a little model, like you can forgive it if it's a little model, but if you're trying to make a like gritty, ultra realistic CG film, you gotta take a page out of the Astartes playbook and make them look believable. Because Horus looks cool and then like this little squat idiot runs up to him, you know? And like when they're on the ground, like shooting, yeah, it's just like all those shots, it takes you right out of it because you don't believe that that's a Space Marine.
Well, so the problem with this for me is that it feels like it has an identity crisis. It's got these shots that feel really realistic where all these kind of tanks are going over the hills and shooting each other. And then the Titans with the sun behind them, it just feels like hot.
Can you imagine just one of those Titans just fucking coming up on you like that? Fuck that.
And muggy. It feels like realistic, like a really realistic interpretation of these machines. But then it cuts to like two guys with their little duel and they like clash swords and the guy does his little like anime look like, yeah, like, we're enemies. And it's just like, why?
Because it's an ad. Those two guys are in the box.
Okay, so make them like dueling in a serious manner that doesn't feel like it's pandering to anime fans. They pull these like little expressions that I'm like, man, that was kawaii as fuck. I don't know, this is just my nerd age, but cartoons are fucking gay, dude. Who likes cartoons? So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, same thing. The missing realism.
And Horus's voice acting I hate. They try and make him sound so evil.
Let the galaxy burn, Father. Let the galaxy burn.
He's a fucking
I don't think he sounds
crazy
like
dude. Of course he sounds crazy.
I think he sounds like he's, you know, being pressured by a demon and nefarious forces.
Horus the evil.
No wonder he sounds crazy.
Did you see the red glow in my armor? I'm bad.
Death of Hope.
What do you want him to look
I
like?
don't know why this is on the list.
That's not very nice.
That's how I feel.
Death of Hope is a fan film created by
Mark Spark. What a fucking name. Well, I certainly lost all hope.
This is a film that's best watched muted, unfortunately. The character models themselves are awesome, and I think the rendering is awesome. The VFX, the lighting, the kind of scene composition and environments are perfect. The issues it has is the animation is very floaty. It feels very sprite or video game-like.
Feels like a 360 game.
They've animated one run cycle, and every time someone runs, they run that exact same way.
And then they like stop to like...
Cinematography feels very appropriately grim, dark, and gritty, and awesome. If you look past the animation, the situations themselves, like civilians running away with, you know, traitor marines smashing down in drop pods and like obliterating people, which I haven't seen in a Warhammer cinematic before. The voice acting and sound design.
That's his worst part.
If you've seen this before, you've probably seen it in compilations of other videos that do not include the audio. So it's like so
The audio does look
outstripped
pretty
by the
ass.
visuals It's just extremely jarring.
I think if you
Still
take some
impressive as
steals
hell.
from this thing, like it's got some
Looks
cool
super
looking
sick.
stuff. Ah, the Lord Inquisitor prologue, made by Erasmus Brosdow. Close enough. This was like all the fucking rage when it first came out. I think it's got its issues, but there's a parade in this that captures the like militaristic worship
like the
that's
hats.
so present in the 40k universe. Like the fascistic vibes, right? Of this ginormous parade of like the weapons of war and everything.
Yeah, it's Nazi military parade times 1,000.
Yeah.
With just a ludicrous dystopian city, 1,000-foot tall buildings, choked in blue Blade Runner atmosphere. It's another one where you see gifs from this
like a
all
good
the
place
time.
to live.
captures
Clips have been
weight
included in others.
and regalia really well.
I think that's one of the deficits too, though. Like the weight is a little overwrought.
It
you know?
is.
Kind of look like they can barely move properly in the armor.
It's like trying too hard to be cool sometimes, but it is still cool.
The
we all?
models, the lighting, the environments are perfect.
I'm hungry too.
It comes down to like animation, and I think the
I need to eat
sound
some
is also
brekkie
lacking.
before I go to the gym.
None of the armies or factions
shake,
are
need
really
some
like
oatmeal,
that good.
some
It's
berries.
represented on screen. It makes it more
Some good.
interesting than your usual fucking Jedi versus Sith. Like
crack
bad
open that
versus
good.
It's like everyone kind of fucking sucks. That's what's cool about it. The tone of the new cinematics and direction sometimes goes like against that. And they're trying to make it like more, I don't know.
Sanitized.
Like, yeah, clean, sanitized, like hero-y, fucking half this shit to me looks almost Overwatch-esque.
Yeah, I mean, even in the new model designs, they're taking cues from Blizzard, like literally.
That's what it feels like.
With the armor and weapons, and yeah, everything just has kind of like a bright, clean vibe that wasn't there before. That's why an
Blizzard's
entry like this, even with its problems, makes
stuff
honorary
recently has
mentions
just been
for us
totally
because it is still capturing that
weenie-fied.
kind of like gritty, evil, dystopian feel.
If it becomes like another sanitized, like good guys,
Full of
bad guys thing,
wieners.
it's just fucking boring. Honorable mention, Dawn of War 2 trailer. Now, this is interesting because Dawn of War 1 and Dawn of War 3 were fucking big on our list, so why not Dawn of War 2?
I still love this when the game came out, and like the first one, I would reboot the game to watch it, but not as much, you know? I think it feels like a little sillier.
100%.
There's like weird shots that don't quite gel as serious and heavy of like Space Marines running at like an enemy. They kind of feel toy-like.
Super
I
samey.
feel like its style was trying to do something that wasn't going to be possible on their budget for another however many years. And so it looks weird. The main Space Marine in it has got like this gelled up...
Is that Titus?
Like he spent time doing his hair. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
Actually,
just-
boy,
It's
Titus?
Proto-Titus.
Who the hell is?
doesn't
Yeah,
look like he
okay,
does his
Proto-Titus.
Oh, it has a shape.
He didn't spend any time on it. Also, like the fights don't make that much sense to me. I don't know. It just felt very piecemeal. Like a bunch of little vignettes loosely strung together in a way that doesn't feel that cohesive to me.
You don't build the tension like in the first one. Like now let's show a warp spider. Now let's show a ranger. You know what I mean? Versus getting a sense of the battlefield and the sides.
It had some weird like motion blur and the textures were not like,
Yeah, it does that weird effect when the banshees are running.
But it does have one of the fucking hardest moments ever, which is when the dreadnought, which is I guess been hiding behind rocks this whole
Snow's
time,
stopping.
smashes through the wall.
I wanna
and
go
grabs
run
a
in it
fucking
now.
Howling Banshee and is like, I've come to destroy you, and then just.
Yeah,
Sick.
that was one of the reasons it made the list for me. The
Yeah.
honorary mention list is like just savagely killing women.
Hell yeah, brother. Preach.
Moving on from here, obviously there's other pieces of content which are very good, which you should watch if you're interested in 40K.
This is gonna be controversial. Why didn't this make the list?
The Amazon Prime secret level episode of Space Marine 2, which I think most people were blown away by and thought were amazing.
I thought this was pretty
Why didn't
sick.
it make the list?
We're not most people, Don. This is really tricky because there is a ton to love about this. The rendering, the animation, Astartes' influence in this is so obvious and so clear. What I don't like, and I really don't like it, is the way the Space Marines are so self-aware in their badassery. Like, where Astartes, everything felt like methodical and like purposeful.
They are badass.
Badass. For example, when the Marine goes to stab that thing in the neck and it like stops because his buddy's doing the psychic bullshit, that's like badass and it feels badass. But it doesn't feel like he knows he's badass. Or when he like rips the neck out, he's not like, I'm gonna rip the fucking neck out and it's gonna be sick. He just does it because it's efficient. The way like the Astartes picks the guy up, he grabs him and he like looks at him. You know, the guy behind him, he fucking like stabs him with the axe.
Yeah, there's a guy, without looking, he like gets his axe in position to take him off the bike.
And then he's just like,
yeah.
Did you guys fucking see that? And I'm like,
did you see that?
Marines to be
Hell
these
yeah.
like, either the reason they're not being coldly efficient is because of some bloodlust angle, or they are being coldly efficient, they're just nothing but methodical murder. And that's fucking sick, that's part of their character. This is like self-aware. They're doing stuff because it's badass and they're like trying to show off to their mates. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, well, the irony though is the filmmakers probably were going for methodical and efficient, you know?
Yeah.
Because they seem like kind of stone-faced. They're not like, hey, did you see that? But what they are is like, hey, audience, did you see that?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I'm staring right at the camera. Wasn't that cool?
That was sick, right? That was cool. Like, do you see how I like
The rule
jumped
of
off the
cool.
tank and it exploded? Like, yeah, I don't know. That's what kills it for me. But it does have one of the coolest concepts ever in it. The whole time they're dragging this box, and you're like, what's in the fucking box?
Well, it must be like a bomb or something.
Yeah, something like.
I thought it was a bomb.
And then they get to their
Yeah.
location, and they reveal it's
Dude
a fucking
pops out.
priest.
What the fuck?
It's like a psychic. It's a psychic
What
dude.
the fuck?
And they dragged him in a coffin.
This
that
old
whole
guy
way
doing a
by
box.
chain.
Like on his back, yeah, through a battle and
That's 40k in a nutshell.
fucking sick.
That's fucking sweet.
sick.
Yeah, in a Marvel film, like, he would have, like, held them at bay and he would have got the little gay, like, nosebleed shit, but nah, he just fucking died. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
Like, that was sick.
Gets murked
but
instantly.
I didn't like the secret level thing because of that reason.
First and foremost, it's an ad, you know? It's a secret level episode for Space Marine 2, so it's very showcasey of like, isn't Titus cool? Look at all these cool things Titus can do with his friends.
Titus is awesome.
But still watch it.
It's still worth watching.
This is awesome.
The next one is Pariah Nexus, which also everybody was stoked on last year.
It's alright. It's okay.
Yeah.
This is Games Workshop's best in-house animation so far, which will obviously be toppled by Astartes 2, but it still has an air of like amateurness to it. Art design's good, animation's like decent enough, but none of it's particularly like outstanding.
It's almost like there's a smallness to it that doesn't
Yeah.
quite work, which makes it feel cheap, even though everything looks great, obviously. I think it's Games Workshop's best that they themselves have produced as a narrative piece of content. Still worth checking out.
The official armoring sequence of a Space Marine. I feel like this could have made the list if the Space Marine's face didn't look so fucking derpy.
It's his face, dude.
And his face was cooler. He just looks like dumb. He doesn't look like grizzled and cool, he just looks dumb.
He's like a bad 3D portrait of Dave Bautista.
That's an exceptional, accurate portrayal.
Give me what I want!
There's just something like soft and gooey about him.
Yeah, and his voice is like, I am a Space Marine. I'm being armored.
I accept these, but
He's got a big ass bald head.
as the Imperium bleeds.
It just feels generic in a way that's unappealing to me. But maybe I'm impossible to please. Who knows?
It is cool. You should watch it.
It is still sick. Like, there's tons of fun stuff. They're like doing a thurible over like technology.
Yeah, incense smoke over him while he's just...
Yeah, like the way the tech priest look with his milky eye and his like fucked up skin, and it's got so much about it to love. It's just let down for me by the voice, the face, and the fact it's Primaris because I'm a hater. There, I said it.
Primaris for sure. Something else you need to know as a new 40k fan and cool elitist like us is Primaris Marines suck. The older Firstborn, as they're called, design is way better.
Agreed. Well,
Hell if I know.
thank you for watching. We hope you're educated and now can go forth and educate your silly, simple friends with the most exquisite and best Warhammer cinematics the world has to offer, including 1993 Space Hulk. Good day.
See you next week.
Ah, the Crusade.
Crusades. Holy shit. I'm gonna go and grab some food. I gotta get fueled up for the gym. So thank you for watching. I'll be back later. Peace. Thank you.